Hey guys, welcome back to vlog number 125. Today is going to be, it's not about the bike, it's my journey back to life. This is by Lance Armstrong, the cyclist. And here is the cover. There are very different stories about Lance Armstrong out there. He's the cyclist with one testicle, which I'll explain. It is such an all-American story. A lanky kid from Plano, Texas, raised by a feisty single parent who sacrifices for her son, who becomes one of our country's greatest athletes. Given that background, is understandable why Armstrong was able to channel his boundless energy towards athletic endeavors. By his senior year in high school, he was already a professional triathlete who was training with the U.S. Olympic cycling developmental team. In 1993, Armstrong secured a position in the ranks of world-class cycling by winning the World Championship and Tour de France stage. But in 1996, he was diagnosed with testicular cancer. Armstrong entered an unknown battlefield and challenging as if it climbed through the Alps, aggressive yet tactical. He beat cancer and proceeded to stun all the pundits by winning the 1999 Tour de France. In this memoir, Armstrong covers his early years as swifting with the blunt of matter-of-factness, but main focus on his battle with cancer. Readers will respond to an inspirational recovery story and will appreciate behind-the-scenes cycling information. After he won the tour, his mother was quoted as saying that her son's whole life has been a fight against the odds. We see here that she was not exaggerating. Her name was Brenda Barrera. I'm just kidding, I don't know her name. But I guess whoever wrote that was Brenda Barrera. Yeah. So I rated this a 5 out of 5. This was the first book that I read live on stream. Because you guys know I stream on Twitch. And I dragged through a little bit. It dragged a little. It was a good book, but it dragged. Like, it was just going on and on and on. I understand that everybody has their dreams. Like, oh. Yeah, that. Don't mind that. Everybody has their dreams, and he lost a lot of motivation on cycling. He struggled, especially after his cancer diagnosis. He was focusing on, he became scared of what if it comes back. Every little pain that he had, he felt like it was cancer coming back. And even though he was in remission, he felt that, again, how his life was always against the odds. He felt like it was always going to come back. It did not. Even in his cycling career, he has gone through a tremendous odds. He did get accused of doping. From what I understand, what doping is, it's essentially you're removing your blood and putting more blood back into your body to give you more energy. There's more to it, but essentially that's like the simple version, I'd say. So essentially he was being accused of cheating, and if he didn't cheat, then he wouldn't have won so many Tour de France and Tour of Spain and Tour of Italy. But now he does have a foundation called Live Strong. I don't know if it's still around. A couple years ago, Live Strong had bracelets like this. It doesn't say FC Porto, but it says Live Strong, and it was yellow. But it was the wristband became a widespread cultural symbol. worn by celebrities, athletes, even politicians, representing unity and support for cancer awareness. It remains a big solidarity. You will be able to find a lot of it at the Nike store, since Lance Armstrong was sponsored by Nike at the time. While Nike has severed ties in 2013 due to Lance's doping scandal, you can still purchase these directly on the foundation's website, which is livestrong.com. And I think you can donate to Livestrong, which is now in 2025, you don't see many people wearing Livestrong bracelets, but you can still buy them for $1 on the Livestrong website. Another question that's here that I often see is Lance Armstrong still involved with Livestrong? It says here the charity desperately tried to distance itself from the scandal. Armstrong has pushed out his role as chairman and the directors of directors. He still remains listed as the board honorary member, but otherwise he's not really involved. So Livestrong has not always been called Livestrong. It was named something else before the foundation, before the whole scandal, Lance Armstrong. Yeah. And the bracelet was always yellow because of his yellow shirts, his winning shirts. And yeah. And again, the yellow shirt was always for cancer, or I think the yellow is really for testicular cancer. And it's yellow because the reference of the yellow jersey traditionally worn by Tour de France overall leader, and he's won several of those. And yeah. So again, this book was a drag for me to read. I think it took me like almost a month to read it on stream. The chapters were really long. The cool part of the book was there was pictures. There was like pictures inside. Bald Lance. This was Lance and his wife, or his previous wife, Kristen. This is, I believe, his last Tour de France when he won, when he was racing with the United States Postal Service team. But yeah, he lived. He's now cancer-free, which is good. And stay tuned for the next vlog, which will be 126. Right, bye guys.